Right, this will be my WWE Monday Night Raw review for August the 25th, 2014. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't planning on doing a Raw review today. I was planning on just saving my thoughts on Raw for the Team Meal podcast that is moving to this Friday at 11 p.m. now. From here on out, the podcast will be on Friday at 11 p.m., no longer 8 p.m. Now, planning on giving my thoughts on Raw then, not to repeat myself, but I'm like, you know what, fuck it. Let me try to get this over with as fast as I possibly can. So Raw kicked off with a Hall of Fame panel. You had Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, and Shawn Michaels in the ring talking about Brock Lesnar, John Cena, what happened at SummerSlam, and what they think will happen at Night of Champions since John Cena and Lesnar will go at it once again in a rematch for the WWE World Heavyweight title. And pretty much Shawn Michaels said that John Cena cannot beat Brock Lesnar. And Ric Flair agreed, Hogan disagreed, they all debated for a while. Then you had John Cena coming out, and he says, you know what? I'll admit, at SummerSlam I got beat up by Brock Lesnar really, really bad. And I do promise that at Night of Champions, I am going to beat Brock Lesnar's ass and once again become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And I thought this segment overall was a good segment to kick off the show. But at the same time, I really wish that this wasn't the kickoff to the show. I really wish this could have been more in the middle, or, you know, maybe at the last hour, if you will. Then you had Rusev and Swagger, and this match was an okay match. I do feel like the SummerSlam match was better than this, and you knew going in that Swagger was not going to win. Rusev won with the referee stoppage because obviously Rusev was constantly kicking Swagger in the stomach, and Swagger had his stomach taped up from being attacked by Rusev a while back in their previous matches. And at the end of it, you have a backstage segment where Swagger's in the trainer's room getting checked up, and Bo Dallas appears and he tells Swagger, you know what, Jack Swagger, you lost twice. You failed your country and you failed to these people. If you want to go back to your winning ways, all you got to do is Bo leave. Pretty much hinting a program down the line between a Bo Dallas and a Jack Swagger. Then you had Cesaro versus Rob Van Dam, a #1 contenders match for the U.S. title. And Sheamus was at ringside doing commentary with JBL, Jerry Lawler, Michael Cole. And I'm happy that Cesaro won, okay? But at the same time, I've already seen Cesaro and Sheamus, alright? And let's be honest here. If Cesaro were to win the U.S. title, it would do nothing for him because he's already been the U.S. champion, and he held the title for a long time, and during that title run that he had with the U.S. title, WWE did nothing with him. So it makes you think that now, all of a sudden, they would do something with him if Cesaro were to win the U.S. title. I don't see it happening. Natalya and Paige, this match, Paige won, but at the end of the match, you have AJ Lee coming out. She gets in the ring, she hugs Paige in the middle of the ring, and she kisses Paige's hand. The crowd chanting HLA, pretty much playing mind games with Paige. And obviously this feud is going to carry on to Night of Champions, and hopefully they can have a better match at Night of Champions. And then you had the eulogy of Dean Ambrose, where Seth Rollins talked about how he made Dean Ambrose, how he created the Shield, and how he destroyed the Shield. Pretty much Rollins doing his usual stuff here. And he said that, you know what, all that Ambrose had to do was know his place. And then you had Roman Reigns come out, and there's a brawl between Kane and Reigns and Rollins. Pretty much, what I'm seeing here is they're going to build a program between Rollins and Reigns. You had the Usos versus the Dust Brothers, Goldust and Stardust for the tag titles. It was a good pace match. I think Jimmy or Jay, one of them hurt their knee when one of them did like a suicide dive or a high-risk maneuver, and they hurt their knee and end up with a count out with the Dust Brothers winning. And then you had Goldust on the mic saying, no, this is BS. We want our title match. You guys got counted out on purposely. This is not fair. And then you had the Dust Brothers attack the Usos, giving them a heel turn. And I get the feeling that at Night of Champions they're going to have a match again. But even with this heel turn, I don't see Goldust or Stardust becoming the tag team champions. I said this before, I'll say it again. What I do feel is going to happen, you're going to have the Ascension ascend to the main roster and take the tag titles from the Usos. You had the Brock Lesnar video package where he talked about what happened at SummerSlam, how he defeated John Cena and just annihilated him. And he said that, all Cena had to do at SummerSlam was stay down, but he had his never give up bullshit kick in. And he talked about how his father told John Cena pure garbage as a child. and that at Night of Champions, he is going to take out Cena for good, pretty much hyping up himself and obviously the match of Night of Champions. You had Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz. The Miz comes out, he introduces a stunt double, being Damien Sandow, being known as Damien Mizdow. And Damien Sandow came out dressed up as The Miz. He wore The Miz's ring gear to face Dolph Ziggler, and Dolph Ziggler won with the zigzag in a short match. And then you had the Bella Twins segment. This was just pure awful. Bad acting by Nikki and Brie. Nikki Bella pretty much said that Brie Bella is a glory hog. She always held Nikki back. She always wanted to be the top diva out of the two. And literally you have Brie Bella crying, wanting to make Nikki Bella snap out of this. And you have Nikki Bella beat up Brie Bella. Jerry Lawler, who was there trying to make the peace, if you will, because they tried to do like a Jerry Springer / Maury Povich angle, which failed completely. And you had Jerry Lawler try to break it up, but Nikki Bella slapped Jerry Lawler, and the brawl continued between Nikki and Brie, where Nikki was just beating up Brie. And I'm gonna be honest, nobody wants to see Nikki versus Brie, and WWE's gonna give us this. And once again, nobody wants to see this. No one even cared about this. People were just saying this was like literally a waste of a segment. You could have had a match or something. Like, WWE needs to get into their heads that no one is invested in this feud. And then you had Roman Reigns versus Rollins and Kane, a handicap match. The match ended in DQ after Rollins hit Roman Reigns with the briefcase, and they tried to do the same thing they did to Dean Ambrose last week to Roman Reigns to no avail, because Roman Reigns got the upper hand and he attacked Rollins and he attacked Kane. Once again, building up to Rollins and Reigns at Night of Champions for what it looks like, and the chase to once again face Triple H down the line. You had Matadores versus Slater Gator. This match was a whatever match where the Matadores won. Yeah, Bo Dallas and Kofi Kingston, where Bo Dallas won, but he botched a Bodog. I really feel like what WWE should do is give Bo Dallas a submission finisher instead of having him do the Bodog. Because be honest, the Bodog has to be the worst finisher in wrestling right now. Give him a submission finisher where he has someone locked in a submission hold, and he can encourage that person not to give up while being locked in that hold, and eventually the opponent submits. After this, you had Jack Swagger coming out to attack Bo Dallas. Obviously, this is building up from what it looks like to a Bo Dallas and Jack Swagger feud down the line. Then you had the main event, John Cena, Bray Wyatt, where Cena was dominant, giving a lot of German suplexes to Bray Wyatt. You had Harper and Rowan attack Cena, cause a DQ. You had Big Show and Henry come out to make the save, and then we had an impromptu 6-person tag. And this was just pure garbage, where you had John Cena being Super Cena once again. You know, he attacked Bray Wyatt, he attacked Harper and Rowan, ended up with Cena making, I think, Harper tap out to the STF, and at the end of it, you had, again, Cena having his way with Rowan and Bray Wyatt doing the double A's and all that. You had Big Show and Henry at ringside motivating Cena, telling him to go, yeah, that's how you do it. They even caught a camera spot where Henry and Show, where Show was telling Mark Henry, that's how we gotta be, which I thought was funny. But I understand why they did it. They want John Cena to come out strong going into the match at Night of Champions against Brock Lesnar. But I felt like if this is the case, not to do it with Bray Wyatt, because literally you can make the argument that, oh, now they buried Bray Wyatt completely. But again, you know, that's WWE for you. I'll be honest, once again, this Raw to me was not a good episode of Monday Night Raw. I'm not saying it was the worst Raw of the year. I've seen worse Raws this year, but this was not a good Raw, period. That's my thoughts overall. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section of this video, your thoughts on Raw overall. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you all later in the next video. I'm out. Peace.